a Nazi salute. We'll tell you how the district is reacting.
Plus, we'll tell you why a trip to Washington, D.C. on the Badger Honor Flight was extra special for one Wisconsin veteran.
And 2 area companies are teaming up to help honor an area Army veteran.
This is News 3 at 5.
Thanks for staying with us. Eric is on assignment. He'll return at 6 o'clock. Baraboo High School is seeing national attention tonight, but not the kind of attention they want.
A photo that appears to show most of the boys in the class of 2019 doing a Nazi salute was tweeted last night along with the hashtag Baraboo Proud. Amanda Quintana is in the news center with the backlash that picture has caused. Amanda?
Yes, news of this photo spread very fast, so much so that the district is concerned about student safety. The picture was taken last spring before junior prom, but was posted on Twitter last night by the account Welcome to Baraboo. It's a student-run anonymous account known for satirical content, but a previous manager of the account tells me it was not meant to spread hate. Yet many are shocked by the offensiveness of this photo. It was tweeted by a student with the hashtag Baraboo Proud, saying, "We even got the black kid to throw it up."
I was surprised because that setting is there's parents everywhere and there's sometimes school officials there because that's where people meet up to take prom photos and where everyone is able to be together, and they let it happen and they captured it on film.
The Baraboo School District sent a letter to parents today saying, in part, if the gesture is what it appears to be, the district will pursue any and all appropriate actions, including legal, to address the issue. Although the tweet brought the picture to everyone's attention today, it has been on the photographer's website since prom last spring. That was deleted today. One student, who is one of the only ones not holding up that salute, has shared their views online on social media, saying the photographer told them to do this and his morals would not let him.
All right, Amanda Quintana live in the news center. Thank you.
All right, less than 30. They're going to go.
Baraboo residents want people to know that the photo does not represent their community.
They held an event tonight protesting the photo, and our Keely Arthur joins us live in Baraboo right now. Keely?
Well, these are the steps where that seemingly hateful photo was taken today. A photo taken in the exact opposite spot with the exact opposite message. Now people here saying love over hate today. Baraboo residents met up at the courthouse around 4 p.m. As we mentioned, the same spot where some high school students took a photo that appears to show them making Nazi salutes. Instead, today's photo was filled with hearts, rainbows, flags, and smiles. We caught up with one Baraboo teen who came here tonight. She says hateful symbols have no place in this community.
It's not what most Baraboo high school students stand for. It's not what the Baraboo community stands for. Not in any way. So, no, not in any way, shape, or form.
About 50 people showed up for this event about an hour ago. It was pretty cold, so they did move quickly, but everyone seemed very upset by what had happened, but very happy to be together. And I did ask some of the teens who were here tonight, why do you think your classmates took the photo? They said they think they didn't really understand the image they were creating. Back to you.
Keely Arthur reporting live in Baraboo. Keely, thank you.
And Wisconsin's Democratic Governor-elect Tony Evers says high school boys giving what appears to be a Nazi salute in a photo has, quote, no place in Wisconsin. Evers says, as elected officials, we have a responsibility to lead by example for a generation growing up in a climate where they see this behavior condoned. He says he will be in contact with Baraboo school officials, and intolerance and bigotry must never be tolerated in our schools or anywhere else.
Let's get a first look at the weather now. Gary Canolti is in the Weather Center. Gary?
Boy, it's another cold day today. Temperatures were in the upper 20s to around 30 degrees, and it'll probably even be a couple degrees colder tomorrow. On visible cloud track, a weather system has passed just to our south, bringing clouds to southern Wisconsin. You can see in the northwestern part of the state some breaks in the overcast, and eventually skies will turn partly cloudy overnight. Now, as we look at Doppler track, there might be a flurry or two of snow mixed in with the clouds, just a few flakes of snow reaching the ground from surface reports that I've seen. Otherwise, things pretty quiet out there. Low temperatures this morning started out in the lower to middle 20s, actually about average for this time of year. But high temperatures so far here in Madison, we hit the 30-degree mark and not any higher to the north and west. Temperatures didn't even get that warm. And current temperatures are in the middle 20s with wind chills in the teens, and in the case of Camp Douglas, single digits. By tomorrow morning, look for temperatures to be in the middle teens. Look for clear skies or sunny skies tomorrow morning and through much of the day tomorrow. The high temperature, though, only topping out at 26 degrees. That's your first alert forecast.
All right, Gary, thank you. A Dane County man was found seriously injured near the party he was attending early Sunday morning. Madison police say a 20-year-old Sun Prairie man was at a house party in the 200 block of West Wilson Street before he was found unconscious in a parking lot behind the residence. He was taken to a hospital with a significant head injury and was in critical condition early yesterday morning. Police say he was battered and is expected to survive. The report said some who had attended the gathering indicated a group of uninvited guests were also present. Police said it wasn't yet known Monday if the party crashers were responsible for the battery.
Madison police are looking for a suspect after a shooting on the city's east side last night. Officers were called to the Starkweather Creek neighborhood at the corner of North Fair Oaks Avenue and Milwaukee Street. Around 9 last night, they found a 29-year-old woman with a single gunshot wound to her chest. Detectives say the victim was targeted in the shooting as part of an ongoing dispute. She is in stable condition and is expected to survive. 2 people are facing drug charges after meth packaged for sale was found during a traffic stop in Richland County. The Richland County Sheriff's Office says officers stopped a vehicle in Richland Center on suspicion of an equipment violation. 31-year-old Joshua Clark was wanted on an active felony warrant and was arrested. Officers searched him and found several baggies of meth. Clark was also arrested and faced multiple charges, including suspicion of possession of meth with intent to deliver. The driver, 19-year-old Taylor Stolpa, was also arrested and faces multiple charges. The village of Sharon Elementary School closed early today after someone wrote a malicious threat on a bathroom stall. Officials with the police department said this is the second time the school has had to close in a week. The school closed 10 minutes early on Friday after a similar threat on a different stall in the boys' bathroom. Police say the malicious writing mentioned a bomb and the 2 threats are likely linked but are not considered credible. Officials with the Sharon Joint School District said classes at the school are expected to continue as normal tomorrow. University of Wisconsin-Stevens Point officials have reduced the number of majors slated for elimination by more than half. The school in March proposed eliminating 13 programs to help cope with a projected $4.5 million budget deficit over 2 years. University officials announced today that they modified the proposal to cut 6 majors, including French, German, geoscience, geography, history, and 2 bachelor's degrees concentrating in art. They were able to save the remaining 7 majors due to faculty retirements and resignations resulting from deficits and decreasing enrollment. UW's system regions must sign off on the proposal. Well, on Saturday, November 3rd, a group of veterans flew on a trip of a lifetime. For the 5th and final time this year, the Badgers Honor Flight flew 91 vets to D.C. It's always a very emotional, special event, and we wanted to share the story of their 3,000th veteran to go on an honor flight. Our Jamie Perez shares his story that you'll only see here on News 3.
From 4 in the morning to 9 at night. This was a journey that Vietnam veteran Gary Garlock wasn't even planning on.
I was debating if I wanted to come or not.
The ceremonies. The warm welcomes. The thank yous.
Thank you for your service.
The experience of it all.
Good morning.
Morning.
Are you ready to go on your trip?
I'm ready, sir.
With no expectations.
I have no idea what to expect.
So you're in for it.
Yeah.
Gary is about to go on the trip of a lifetime.
It is definitely an honor for us to be operating this flight today.
We thank you for your service and welcome aboard.
A trip that made him reconnect with his days in war, remembering the hard times.
I guess being away from family, and there was a lot of hard times. It wasn't fun.
Surrounded by those who bond over their experiences fighting for our country.
Yeah.
But Gary is special. Gary is Mr. 3000 on this honor flight.
3,000!
It was just a luck of the draw, but Mr. Lucky 3000
It's very exciting, and I didn't expect anything like this.
got to see all of this. Things that reminded him of just how lucky he really is.
Seeing the names of a lot of brave people who gave their lives.
Sights that brought Gary pride,
Makes me feel proud of our country and the flag.
unexpected emotions,
Sometimes it's hard not to cry, to be honest with you.
nostalgia,
Thinking about all the lives that were lost and stuff like that, you know. Everybody gave their life for everything.
difficult memories,
Didn't think it'd bother me this much, but it does.
warmth,
Really heartwarming.
and many moments of silence. Gary got to share these moments with 91 other vets on this honor flight, and with those who see just how amazing it is to see the 3,000th vet fly these skies.
It's very nice. You know, it's nice to get thank yous for serving and all that kind of stuff. Makes me feel good.
Met with this. After a near 18-hour day of reflection.
Boy, I never expected this many people, I'll tell you.
Thank you for your service.
You're welcome. Welcome home, Gary. Thank you. Day. Great day. Yeah.
A great day.
Hi.
And a great feat for the Badger Honor Flight, sharing 3,000 separate memories.
I'm here.
To honor and to serve those who served us for the 3,000th time.
Hey, thank you guys.
From Madison to D.C.,
You're welcome.
I'm Jamie Perez
Thank you guys.
for WISC News 3.
Welcome home. Thank you.
Hope each and every one of them had a great Veterans Day. To keep up to date on when the Badger Honor Flights for 2019 will be, you can like their Facebook page, and we have a link to that on our website at channel3000.com.
And two businesses are teaming up to help honor a local Army veteran. Andrew Diaz is an Iraqi war veteran and recipient of 2 Purple Hearts. Today, American Family Insurance and Gates Collision Centers teamed up to give Diaz and his family a 2016 Jeep Patriot for Veterans Day. Andrew's wife says he deserves it.
He's just selfless service. He just does it for, it's not to look good for him. It's not to wear, pins or, certain things on his uniform. It's from the heart that he really cares as, for the military, and it's his career.
Diaz is currently assigned to a medical training support battalion as a senior training officer. Good for him.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
There's more to come tonight on News 3 at 5. When we come back, the death toll continues to rise due to multiple wildfires in California. We'll have the very latest. Deadly wildfires in California continue to burn and the death toll continues to climb.
At least 31 people have been killed in two of the largest fires and dozens are still missing. Officials say at least 36 firefighters have lost their own homes in the Camp Fire, which wiped out nearly the entire town of Paradise. High winds and bone-dry conditions are fueling the danger and sparking new fires.
Just hits home on the fact that we are still in significant fire weather, and the existing fire is not our only concern.
The Camp Fire now matches the record for the single deadliest wildfire in California's history. Nearly 6,500 homes have been destroyed in the blaze.
The fallout continues from President Trump's appointment of Matthew Whitaker as the acting attorney general. Outcry is growing for Whitaker to recuse himself from overseeing special counsel Robert Mueller's investigation into Russian collusion. Top House and Senate Democrats sent a letter to the Justice Department's chief ethics officer, citing Whitaker's past remarks criticizing the probe as reason for him to step aside. House Democrats have vowed to subpoena Whitaker to testify about his past statements if he does not recuse himself, though many Republicans point out that Whitaker's time as acting attorney general is limited.
Comic book genius Stan Lee, the architect of the contemporary comic book, has died. He was 95. Lee was declared dead Monday at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center. Spider-Man, the Hulk, and X-Men were among Lee's creations that went on to become stars of blockbuster films. Talented guy.
That's for sure. Let's head out to the weather patio now for a check on the weather, and it is a cold evening out there. Hi, Gary.
Hi. We got some cloud cover right now. Otherwise, temperatures will be even colder. But skies at least turn partly cloudy later on tonight. Expect temperatures to drop into the middle teens by tomorrow morning. Now, a weather system is passing to our south, bringing some clouds through far southern Wisconsin. The northern portions of our viewing area getting some clouds coming in from the north, but those clouds are starting to break up, and we should see skies eventually turn partly cloudy as that southern system continues off toward the east. You can see just a couple of flurries of snow across southern Wisconsin. The more concentrated areas of steady or light snow are south of the Chicago area. Live view from the Edgewater Skycam in downtown Madison. Pretty quiet out there, but it is cold. Don't see any snowflakes in the lights around the Capitol. Low this morning, 24, high temperature only at 30 thanks to the cloud cover. Right now we're at 24 with cloudy skies, winds out of the north-northwest at 9 miles per hour, drop our wind chill to 14 degrees. High temperature trend over the next 7 days, again below normal with the exception of Thursday. We should be close to normal with a high of 43 then, but only 26 for high tomorrow, mid-30s on Wednesday, and then as we start turning colder, that 38-degree high on Friday could be followed by some light snow showers or flurries Friday night into Saturday morning. Weekend high temperatures only around freezing, and then we start to get a little milder as we head toward the beginning of next week. High temperature back to around 39 degrees on Monday. 8 to 14-day temperature outlook from the Climate Prediction Center still calling for above normal temperatures to our west, below normal temperatures to our east, and above normal precipitation starting to move through the southern part of the United States. We could see some rain from a rather slow-moving storm system by about Thanksgiving Day. That's where most of that above normal precipitation is coming from, but at this point it looks like most of the time before then will be relatively dry. There is snow on the ground, especially in northern Wisconsin, up near Lake Superior and through the UP of Michigan. Several inches of snow there. A lot of it was lake effect snow, but that means that winds now coming out of the north and northwest are coming off of that snowpack. So our temperatures are colder as a result. And you can see where there's snow on the ground, temperatures are mainly in the teens. Temperatures are in the 20s here across the rest of southern and eastern Wisconsin. And as we check out the weather track, upper level winds right now from the southwest, but notice how they shift to a more northerly direction through the Dakotas and northern Minnesota. That's the cold air that'll be moving in for tomorrow. The southeastern part of the country has a lot of rain moving up the east coast, and that changes to light snow on the northern end of that weather system. Around here, things are pretty quiet. I'm seeing about 3 flakes of snow falling out of the sky right now. The weather track, you can see a cold front well to the east of us now. High pressure extends from southern Canada to about Nebraska, and that's where the center of that cold air mass is, where temperatures are only in the teens across much of Minnesota and northwestern Wisconsin. You have to get south of the Ohio River, really, before you start seeing temperatures around the 40-degree mark. Our forecast for tonight calls for evening clouds to give way to partly cloudy skies overnight. It'll be colder with a low temperature of 14. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, quite cold, high temperature only at 26 degrees. On future track, you can see those clouds starting to break up later tonight. That will allow temperatures to drop into the middle teens. Tomorrow, plenty of sunshine, but cold temperatures, highs only mid-20s. Tomorrow night, Look for low temperatures back in the middle teens, but winds will start shifting to the south. And on Wednesday, that'll bring temperatures back up into the middle 30s. And as we look at the 7 to 10 day forecast, you'll see those temperatures remaining on the cold side after a brief warm up on Thursday. 43 for high on Thursday, back down to 38 on Friday. Some snow showers from Friday night into Saturday morning, and then dry weather for much of next week before we get to Thanksgiving. Then temperatures will turn milder, but some rain could be developing from Wednesday night into Thursday of next week. As we take a look at first alert traffic, the live view from the DOT camera at Park Street and the Beltline. Slow traffic in the westbound direction. Eastbound traffic not moving too badly. Just seeing some minor delays eastbound around Monona Drive and westbound between about Fish Hatchery Road and Park Street. Right now, about a 17-minute commute eastbound from the University Avenue to the interstate on the Beltline. 18 minutes back in the westbound direction. Heading out of Madison, though, some slowdowns on I-3990 heading down toward Janesville. Almost a 40-minute trip from the Beltline to Janesville on I-3990. 18 minutes to Sauk City on US 12 and 16 minutes to Sun Prairie on US 151 and East Washington Avenue. That's your first alert traffic.
All right. Thanks, Gary.
Ahead here at 5, the federal government is issuing new guidelines for physical activity in children. We'll tell you what they include when we come back.
You may
Well, for the first time in history, the federal government is issuing guidelines for physical activity in children 3 to 5 years old.
With 2/3 of adults in the U.S. overweight or obese, the new guidelines are an effort to fight the epidemic. Meg Oliver reports.
These preschoolers start their day on the run to condition their bodies and their minds.
You need to run around, you need to get the energy out, and they actually then focus and somehow regroup, and then they can actually be more effective in the class.
Marguerite Sheehan says physical activity is a priority for her 3 children, including 4-year-old Miles.
You want the kids to start being able to be independent. Activity is a big part of that.
New federal guidelines call for children ages 3 to 5 to have 3 hours a day of light to moderate exercise.
Children who have unhealthy body weights, even at 3, 4, and 5-year-olds, are much more likely to maintain that unhealthy body weight and become obese later in life.
Admiral Brett Jawa helped craft the guidelines for the Department of Health and Human Services. He says adults should still get at least 150 minutes of moderate to vigorous exercise a week, but now even short bursts of exercise count towards the weekly total.
That could be parking your car a little bit further from the grocery store and walking there. So it all counts. A minute here, 5 minutes there.
80% of Americans don't get the recommended amount of physical activity. To meet the guidelines, experts say you should aim for at least 22 minutes of movement a day.
The guidelines also recommend muscle strengthening activities, such as lifting weights at least twice a week. The report says physical activity reduces the risk of 8 types of cancer, up from 2 in the previous guidelines. Meg Oliver, CBS News.
Under the new guidelines, children 6 through 17 should get 60 minutes of moderate to vigorous physical activity every day.
And we'll have another check of our weather when we come back.
Well, there's a 10-day forecast. Only 26 for high tomorrow, mid-30s Wednesday. Brief warm-up for Thursday, turning colder for the weekend. And then as we head toward Thanksgiving, another warm-up with maybe some rain by Thanksgiving Day.
Nice December forecast.
Right.
That's our time for now. We'll see you back here at 6 o'clock. The CBS Evening News is next. Thanks for watching.